but you did it tonight.
Yeah, I can't say the same for everyone on the panel. Ange,
can you put into words how you're feeling?
Look, it's just, I mean, I don't know. I can't put it into words, to be honest. I know what it means to the football club. I know what it means to supporters. And look, it's no secret we've had a tough year, but I've just had this thing inside me, you know, kind of the back half of the year of just one focus, one target. I just felt that, you know, this was it. And to achieve it today, like I said, I know what it means to the club. You know, it's had the tag of sort of a nearly team for a long time. And the only way you break that is by winning things. And we did that today.
And you've had a long sort of managerial career in different countries, different clubs. How tough has it been for you this season, having to deal with sort of, you know, the defeat and sort of every press conference after the game, and then you've got to build up to the next game, and obviously you've had lots of games because obviously of the Europa League run that you've been on. Has it been tough for you as a manager individually?
Look, it's been the toughest couple of years I've had in my career, and I knew it going into it because I knew what I was going into. You know, it's this football club's had world-class managers and you know, a lot better credential than I am, and haven't been able to get there. So I knew I had a massive challenge in front of me this year. Obviously, added stress of, you know, the injury situation we had and trying to navigate that. Jamie, like I said, I've just had this laser focus on, you know what, I still believe we could win something this year. We went deep into the Carabao Cup. Once we got knocked out of that, my focus just became Europe, and it's cost us. It's cost us in the league, and that's down to me. But I just had a feeling inside me that this was achievable this year, and you know, I'm thankful it all worked out.
And you've spoken a lot about the fact that what a trophy could do for this club, not just this team, but almost the club. Because you've felt for a long time almost like the club's looked down on, and you have that terminology of Spursy. What do you think this trophy can actually do, not just for you and this team, but actually the club going forward in the future for, you know, years to come?
Well, I'm really hoping that it does. It changes the way the club sees itself more than anything else. I mean, externally, you know, you can't really, you know, sort of adjust whatever people think about you, but how you feel about yourself is really important. And as a football club, you know, we've just been close so many times, and I could feel the nervousness every time, you know, in Europe. Every time we got close to something, there was always this, what if it's another year where we miss out? So we've done it now, so that's the monkey off the back. So now the club can sort of stand tall, and hopefully it does. You know, it looks at itself a bit differently and tries to challenge for more trophies. You've won one now, so there's nothing stopping you winning again.
Hi, Ange. Roy Keane here. I just want to say, Ange, well done. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant performance.
Thanks,
was it part of your tactic with so long to go just to sit back in and shut up shop, really? Did you think one goal would be enough? Did you actually believe that?
Yeah, I thought we could, Roy. We've been really disciplined in Europe away from home. I mean, I think we kept a clean sheet at Frankfurt. We kept a clean sheet at Bodo away from home, and very similar performances. And this group's, you know, got that resilience in them now. Look, it makes a difference when I've got Van de Ven, Romero, Udogi, Vicario, you know, and then, you know, Bissouma and obviously Pyro right back, but Bissouma and Bentancur. It's a real solid sort of foundation for us, and I just felt with United, if we got ahead, then I thought they'd find it really hard to break us down, and we'd be a threat on the counter-attack. We weren't as great in transition as I wanted to be, but, you know, they had some chances, but I just felt we were strong and resilient enough to keep them out.
Ange, one more from Big Meeks himself. I know this is not the Champions League show, this is Europa League, but I would like to ask you, who's your favourite on the show, before you go?
Well, it's not me.
It might not be Serie either.
I'm the only Spurs fan here, Ange, by the way. I'm the only Spurs fan.
He's come clean now.
Hey, we were all Spurs fans tonight.
Yeah, no, you're definitely a declared Spurs fan. We got you in our camp, Roy. Yeah, look, I love what I do. I'm so blessed to be able to, you know, do what I love every day, and I've got beautiful people around me and my family. And so even in the hardest of days, I still think, you know, I had to pinch myself today, to be honest. I got mates who come from Australia, and part of me was thinking I should be in the stand with them, just enjoying the spectacle, you know. It's difficult for me to comprehend, but, you know, we're here now, we've won it, and you know, something in my old age I can reflect on.
Well, Ange, sorry to interject, but I asked about me, not you.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. Sorry, Micky. You've been in my camp all along. I love you, mate. I think Joe Hart's probably influenced you.
Ange, congratulations. Well done. Go celebrate.
Thank you, guys. I will.
Thank you.
Your name is going to be in the walls of White Hart Lane.
Yeah, I mean, I can't describe the feeling right now, but I don't care if anyone scored. I don't care if the kit man scored, and we just needed to win the final. And yeah, to get the job done today is such a special feeling.
You not only won, you changed history. You feel that way?
Yeah, I think so. We just needed to win a trophy. This club deserves trophies. It's such a good club. Everything's there for us. And although in the league it hasn't been good enough, we knew this was a massive opportunity from day one. First game, Karabag. We got told that this competition is special. And I think you'll see now how special it is to us.
Is it your goal, by the way?
I don't know, and I do not care one bit. You can give it to me, you can give it to whoever the defender was, I don't care one bit.
How often you dreamt this?
It's been tough to dream it, because the last 2 days I've just had a real... I wouldn't say nervous, because I was confident, but like, I haven't been able to think about the game too much. I just wanted to get out there and yeah, just enjoy, and now we finally can enjoy.
What does it mean, this title for you?
First title. And first title, you will never forget. And the first step is always hardest, but when you make the first step, it's one of the biggest ones. So I'm very happy, very, very lucky that I have such a group of the squad with me. And yeah, what can I say? Whew.
What do you think when you look around to the supporters?
So grateful, so grateful. Football is because of them. So I really appreciate it and I love them.
In the end, it's a good season with this qualification for the Champions League and this trophy?
Yeah, I mean, the trophy is more important than our Champions League at the moment. But look, we are next year Champions League, which is that we are looking after. And then look, next season is another season. Let's celebrate today.
Micky, just sum up for us how you feel right now.
Unbelievable.
What does it mean to you, to these Tottenham fans who've waited 17 years for this?
Yeah, if you look at the fans, they kept pushing us the whole season. It was so, the season was so difficult, and we kept pushing and pushing, and we were playing so strong in Europa every time, and everybody was doubting us. But if you see like the team we kept together, and what can I say? It's just unbelievable.
You know, sometimes we talk about the goal scorers being the match winners, but tell me about that clearance with about 25 minutes to go. It looked like you'd broken your back.
I haven't watched it back yet, but I can tell you the ground over there is not really soft, but my back was, yeah. But what I say, it was all worth it. Look around, so everybody's going to celebrate now, and that's it.
Whatever system, we wouldn't have mattered.
Maddison! How you doing, Jamesy boy?
You got changed.
I had to get a medal.
James is literally done. What's it called, the John Terry?
The John Terry
It's called the James Maddison now.
This time, but...
Have you got your shin pads on, James?
No,
not quite. To be fair, I wasn't going to do any interviews, but then I heard it was with Roy Keane. So
Come on, Roy. It's on you.
Hey, Maddison, can you do the dance sign, please? Do it for us, will ya?
Oh, will I? With pleasure, Michael. With pleasure. Roy Keane, that's for you, sir.
Hey,
I've always said he's a good player. That's it. I've always said he's a good player, but he needs to be more consistent. Simple as that. And he played well tonight.
The reason why we were here tonight, Roy.
Don't worry, I know you played your part. Well done, don't worry.
Nah, I'm only messing. Nah, I came down to have a word. He just pulled me, but nah, I did like it, man. Like,
well done.
James,
so
James,
cool,
can I just ask you?
I heard you a hit.
What is this for? You know, you've joined Tottenham. You want to win trophies, but you're always sort of talked about as a club who they don't win, they can't get over the line. I mean, what's that going to mean to sort of the players right now? What's the feeling being leading up to this game and almost that pressure on you to prove so many people wrong?
Well, that's what it is, Cara, to be fair. And, like, all joking aside, like, people like yourself and Roy, who go quite heavy in the media about putting us down and that,
you've got to use that, do you know what I mean? And when I joined Tottenham, and you know what it's like, everyone just goes, he's retired from winning any trophies now and all this. And I said to my dad and I said to my best mate, I was like, I'm going to lift silverware for Tottenham. And listen, I know it sounds like I'm not trying to make this mad story, but I fully believe that I could come and we could create something that could. And just building up, you know what it's like, it gets bigger. We're against United, who have been a dominant force over the years in Europe and domestically. Even in the last few years when they haven't been great, they've still managed to pick up trophies, and we knew that would be a bit of the chat going into it. But I sensed the focus and I sensed the togetherness that, especially with this year as well, with Palace winning the FA Cup and a lot of them outsiders kind of winning, I sensed it could be something special. And
so you're calling yourself outsiders then?
No, but I'm just saying Palace were outsiders and won, and then Harry Kane went and won his first title, and I think Bologna won in the Italia Cup against Milan, and I just had this feeling, you know, and
James,
yeah, and especially with the gaffer, with what he said at the start of the season as well, it made sense, didn't it?
James, I mean, it's just interesting when you say when people sort of give you criticism, and one of the reasons why we do give not just your Tottenham team criticism, the club over the last few years, is that you've lost 7 semi-finals since you last won a trophy. You've lost 4 finals, so I think the criticism comes from not getting across the line. But how does that criticism affect you or the dressing room when you hear the likes of, you know, us on the panel or other people? Do you use it? Does it affect players now? Because we probably didn't have it in the social media world as much as players have it now.
Yeah, well, the social media word, Cara, heightens everything times 100, doesn't it? But when you talk about them records, and that, a lot of the players haven't been here for that long, that record, so it's almost like an incentive to be the group that can change that. Do you know what I mean? And the gaffer, to be fair to him, since he come in, has always said, he pointed at in our dressing room at the Spurs ground. They've got all the walls of all the teams at Spurs who have won trophies, and they're all black and white, and they're all old. And he's always made a thing about saying that get on that wall. It's about us getting on that wall. You know, like you think of Harry Kane, who's the best player in the club's history, and he's not on the wall, unfortunately. And be in the group that can change that. And we have now. So I can smile, I can enjoy, I can have a beer tonight and listen to you lot.
James, can you show us that medal, please? Can you bring it closer to the camera?
I'll get nice and close for you, Michael.
Yes, of course you will.
Give it a kiss.
Look at that.
Give it a kiss.
Absolutely fantastic. but James, before you go, one last question. You know, it's a different team tonight, not the Champions League. This is a Europa League team. I just want to ask you, who's your favourite on the show?
Well, Roy's not a regular, is he?
Bit like you at Spurs.
On the CBS. turned up in all the big ones, Cara. You go and check your stats.
Brilliant.
Micah, you're my favourite, mate. All right. After
Yes,
that comment, you're my favourite, Micah. All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.